Whew. Yeah, that explains why. Anyways, I am the best board game player ever, and to prove it, I'll play a game of hard mode, and then one game of the match, whatever. So if you don't know how this game works, you have to go around until you reach 20, in which case you could then enter the golden cave and turn your piece into gold. The way we play is simple. We roll dice. We don't have to worry about strategy here, although 4 really does suck. One of the worst possible ways to start. So we begin. We roll now 6. It's good to develop our pieces. However, it's much better to be able to get as much points as possible, specifically for both scenarios. So as you can see, we now get into our draw. Not too late is one of the most common pieces you'll ever get. It'd be better to roll this one here and get a 4. However, not too late will allow us to also go backwards. It's not that nice to go backwards because, as you can see, he can completely beat us up. I wasn't anticipating a 6 play. However, he doesn't ever use not too late. So what we could do is we could take him back. Yeah, eat lead. And Prospector now is back to square one while we have more developed pieces. As you can see, we are slowly but surely getting there. Another not too late, which pisses me off a bit, but 2, 3, 4. That'd give us a 6. That'd give us a 4. It'd be best to activate not too late here because going over there would allow us to have an easier chance of getting hit. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna ignore his sass. We're gonna go backwards. It also allows us to get a bit closer just in case we rolled a 5. He rolls a 5, which is a bit spooky now that I recognize that. Sounds like he was just listening in on my conversation, but we'll be okay. We'll move up 1. Yeah, it's a bit risky, however it's totally okay. As you can see, he has no chance of being able to enter the line anytime soon, so he rolls a 5, overshoots it. Nice try. If we roll a 2, we could be able to eat him up. Until then we roll our 3rd not too late. Pisses me off a bit, which is actually totally okay now that I see I did roll the number I needed, so that we could get rid of his piece. We're only doing that mainly because even though he's now going to have a better chance to getting here, we still don't want him to, get close. He decides to do the worst possible piece to use, which is a bit dumb. Until then, we're going to not too late using it on this piece here so that we can near guarantee being able to go in. That is if we pull the right cards. It seems like he rolls a 1, not able to enter the line yet. However, if he does reach the point that he needs, or a certain event activates, then he'll be good. We get a 1, which is really good, allows us to get in. However, we need to roll a 6 if we want to have the chance of one-shotting the golden cave. A 5. However, what we could do is we could either go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or we could go minus with here to get golden cave. It's better to have golden cave and not to, so we're gonna 6-shot right into the golden cave, easy out. It seems they have a chance to take us back to square one. They don't get close to it though. Sucks for them. Seems like the event isn't what we needed. However, we're still gonna take natural selection. Might give us some help. It does not though. So what we're gonna do is we're realistically gonna save natural selection. Not want to use it too early. Not want to waste cards. However, it's a rare chance that he gets a 1. He pulls a 4, which allows him to get in. He needs a 5. We roll a 4. We can't natural selection this, so the best shot is just to click the gem, or rock. Let's see what he draws next. He draws a 1. He could have gotten rid of us, which would have been the best bet, but he doesn't. So instead, we get to live. We get Midas touch. We roll a 6. Useless. We can't go to 7, so we just Midas. We just 6 over shot it. He draws a 1. However, yep, serendipity. Yep, there you go. Now he can fully go in. doesn't even matter. We draw 2. That's what sometimes happens. But no, yeah. Here's evidence that I'm really goated. And I'm gonna show you in a public live match if I can queue up.